So how you doing, folks? Back with another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at this laptop. It's an ASUS X553M laptop. It's nothing special. It's a grand little laptop. The user sent it to me about 2 weeks ago and I had to kind of set up a temporary solution for them. What had happened was their dog had been chewing on the AC adapter cable and basically pulled the laptop down off the desk or table or wherever they had it, damaged the jack and damaged the AC adapter. So they got a new third-party universal AC adapter, one of these ones from Trust, good brand. They do peripherals and other kind of laptop stuff. Now, I don't know if it was the dog that damaged it when he had the old AC adapter or the user using the wrong kind of end, because there's a few different ones. Either way, you know, it probably was a combination of both. So with that said, in order for the user to kind of continue using it while I waited for the jack to arrive, I soldered on kind of fairly ugly. I soldered on 2 wires going to a lead from a HP laptop that I had. So it's a separate, different type of barrel jack. So I couldn't just kind of, because this is surface mount. So yeah, kind of an ugly solution, but it got them over the line until the actual parts arrived. So what I do is I'm just going to take the screws out, disassemble the laptop, and yeah, we'll get cracking. Okay, so you can kind of see here what I was doing. Just be careful as well when you're disconnecting the monitor. It's quite easy to break this. It's not the most, yeah, it's quite a fragile little thing. So just try and pull it out evenly on both sides. Don't like pull it out one side and then the other. You could damage the pins or indeed the port. But that said, you can kind of see what I was doing here. So I'm going to snip this. So as you can see here, we have power and ground. So black being our ground and yellow being, I think it's, I can't remember, is it 24 volts? I'm not sure. But yeah, so we have our kind of ground rail here, but I've bridged it across to the other ground using a component lead. And that's simply just to kind of ensure that we have a solid continuous or contiguous ground across the whole board. Yeah, so that was my temporary solution, but I need to clean this up in order to fit our new part. So I've sped up the footage here over 300%, because as you'll see shortly, I actually mount the barrel jack the wrong way around. But I like to leave my mistakes in the videos. It kind of shows that we're all human, we all make mistakes. It's about picking up on your mistakes and trying to minimize any kind of impact on the actual finished job, I guess. Even though it's sped up, you know, I did use the desoldering station and a few other things, but I think I'll go into that a bit more later on when I actually pick up on my mistake and rectify it as such. Okay, so our new power barrel jack is soldered in. Again, that's one of the reasons I stuck with perhaps a larger tip, the K-type tip, because you're going in on ground planes, you need a bit of thermal mass. But yeah, if we flip it over, we can see that we've got nice wetted joints through to the other side, and that's what we want to see. So okay, so let me zoom out. So we've zoomed out a little here, and you can see that, you know, our barrel jack, all that's good. But what I want to do is we have 4 gigabytes of RAM here. Now that's fine for what the user uses this for. It's currently, I think, on Windows 10. But what I'm going to do is I actually have from spares, I have 8 gigabytes rather, 2 by 8. And this is 1 by 8. So literally it's Hynix. It's the exact same brand. It probably came out of the same factory. So we're going to replace that with 8K. So just giving the owner a little upgrade. They didn't ask for it. I had it lying around. I'll let them know that I've upgraded them to 8K or 8 gigabytes rather. The idea being here is if they ever do in the future want to upgrade this laptop to Windows 11, that little bit of extra memory will give them some boost. It's the same speed, there's no change really there. It just gives them an extra bit of leeway when it comes to running Windows 11 potentially in the future. So okay, now we're going to reassemble and test. Okay, so I've soldered this on upside down. It should be the other way around. So I'm going to have to desolder it and redo it. But that's okay. We've discovered it early. It wouldn't go back together and I was wondering why. But yeah, my bad. Let me get the desoldering gear set up. We'll whip it out and we'll flip it around. So I'm using my desoldering station here, the vacuum desoldering station. I could just use hot air to drop it out, but I'd more than likely melt the barrel jack. And because I only have one, yeah, I'm going to remove as much solder with the desoldering station as I can. So using a small piece of braid and some flux, plenty flux, I'm going to try and remove as much solder from inside those through holes as possible. Again, this is all because I only have one of these barrel jacks, I have no other spares. Plenty flux, and we'll remove as much as we can. So now that we're done with the braid and flux, I'm just going to add some more flux on top of that, and we're going to use the hot air station. Again, now that most of the solder's been removed, the barrel jack should just drop out fairly easily. I just really don't want to damage it. I'm just being extra cautious here because, again, I should have ordered more than one spare part for this. But anyways, as you can see, it doesn't really take much effort here to remove with the hot air. I think I'm at about 360 degrees at about 50% airflow, and it just drops out. Again, we need to get a nice tight fit, So I'm going to use some wick and braid just to get rid of any excess solder, just so we get a good mount flush to the board so that it meets up with the hole in the case for the actual jack itself. So I was able to remove most of the solder with the desoldering station, and then using hot air just drop it out. The reason I did that is because I really don't want to damage these this barrel jack. I only have the one, so yeah, I maybe should have ordered two just in case. I'm sure this will be fine. Famous last words. But we're going to hit it up with some flux, solder it in, and do a bit of cleanup. So yeah, let me get cracking on that. So just as I had the laptop buttoned up again, the original owner, I guess, called over for it because they really needed it for work. You know, that's originally why I put the temporary solution there of the kind of old barrel jack from a HP laptop and gave them a separate charger just to get them over that week period while I was waiting for the part. And I know it kind of comes down to, oh well, trust me bro, you know, I fixed the laptop, it's working. But in reality, you know, that laptop has been used for someone's job, so I'm not going to stand in the way of someone getting their work done, you know, paying their rent as such, or, you know, other people that work with them might be delayed as well. So it's about getting the solution. I may think of it in terms of the repair, but really the laptop's just a tool for them in to get a job done as such. So you got to kind of remove that roadblock for them. So it's all really about that. So again, sorry I didn't really get to show you, you know, the kind of charge light coming on and the working off AC and battery. One thing I will say is that when you do repair a laptop like this, it's worth unhooking the battery and booting the laptop off the AC adapter, shutting it down, disconnecting the AC adapter, then reconnecting the battery and continuing on with normal operation, because sometimes there's a little lockout function that can be tripped if it detects like a deficiency in the charging circuit, and that can kind of reset it in the BIOS. But again, sorry I didn't get to show you the kind of proof of the fix, but yeah, it's kind of one of those trust me bro moments. For me, it was more about getting the owner of the laptop, the user, sorted so they could get on with their work. They may only use this laptop for half an hour or an hour every week, but it's very important that it does the job when they need it. Well, cool folks, thanks for tuning in. Chat to you all again.